Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is High Pride, and today we've got another Legends of Runeterra video. So I know that in my first video on this channel, I said that I was going to try to post every day and try to commit myself to this game a little more. And I still have every intention of doing that, but it just took me a little long to get this video out, mainly because the start of the season has been a little rough for me. And I've just started school as well as working, so things got a little hectic. And with the start of the season, I kind of struggled. I'm not gonna lie. And I started in Gold 1 because I ended in or Gold 2 somewhere around there, because that's where I ended up in like Diamond 2, Diamond 1 at the end of the season, last season. And it started off really well. I think I got to Gold 1, 80 LP. I was about to hit Platinum. And then I hit this wall, and I kind of just started like a huge loss streak that kind of tilted me. And one of the big problems that I have with this game specifically is that I tilt really hard, and I just start to play really, really poorly. And so I decided to take a little bit of time off this game, kind of reset my mental, and kind of try to refocus myself, mainly because, like I said, I tilt really easily when it comes to this game, mainly because I'm super competitive and I hate losing. But I think I need to shift my mindset because this is a card game. Variance happens. There's a lot of random stuff that happens in the game with your draw, with random effects, whatever happens. So I think I need to kind of shift my focus on making sure that I play the best that I can, to make sure that even if I'm not drawing well and he's drawing super well, that I can still play well enough to still win that game, or even if I losing is going to happen, obviously. And I'm going to try to take that approach and see if that helps me want to play this game a little more. With that being said, I was playing in my free time at work today with this deck that I'm going to show you guys today and play a couple games with for this video, which is Zoe Lee Sin. So this is not a new concept of a deck. Obviously, Lee Sin is going to be the cornerstone of this deck, mainly because of Dragon's Rage, and that with the effect of Overwhelm. What that does gives you a chance to OTK the opponent, especially if they're at like 10, 12 HP. It's really easy to get that OTK combo going. But I played against this deck quite a bit, and I've done well against it, and I've also lost against it quite a bit. So I feel like it's placed really well in the meta, and as you can see, I've been keeping track of my score. I'm 8-2 with it right now. So I feel pretty confident that this is a really, really top tier deck. I don't know if it's the top of the list, but it's definitely at least tier 2. But I think it's a great deck. I think it has a lot of really good matchups. It plays pretty decent into FTR if you play the matchup well enough. I have played this matchup from both sides. Because I was playing Feel the Rush, Freljord, Shadow Isles, and I won against this deck. But I also played against it the opposite way and won in the reverse as well, which I won with this deck against the Feel the Rush deck. And I feel like there's a lot of wiggle room in that matchup. But Deny is huge and can blow out Feel the Rush if they don't play around it, which my opponent didn't. And granted, he did see me use Deny the turn before, and I top decked Deny, so that's probably why I won. I'm not gonna, bullshit or anything. Like, I drew better than he did in the end of the game. So, but again, with the variance, right, that happens. So, unfortunate for my opponent, but I do think there's a lot of wiggle room with this deck, and I think if you play this deck well enough, it's actually a top tier deck, probably top of tier 2, bottom of tier 1. I definitely think this deck is really good. Now, this deck specifically has Zoe in it, which is a new addition with the latest expansion, because before it was Zed, which was in the champion slot. And Zoe surprisingly levels up quite a bit when playing this deck. I level her almost every game, and that might be due to the fact that my opponent's not playing around Zoe and more so playing against my Lee Sin. But I've gotten a few board states where Zoe levels and then I get a Dragonling off of Eye of the Dragon, and all of my units now have lifesteal, which I think I played against a MF Gangplank Pirates deck, and that simply like blew the game out because of I had so much healing now on the board. And so I do think Zoe is huge in this matchup, or in this deck, and I think she's a sleeper win condition in this deck, especially with Zoe giving you a chance to get some Celestial cards when you can pull the 3 mana 3/3 with Elusive after she's leveled and give your entire board Elusive. That's also a pretty huge deal. So overall, I think this deck is really good, and I'm going to showcase a couple of games now. Granted, I don't play this deck perfectly. I think this is one of the harder decks to pilot, but I want to try to take the time to master this deck, because I feel like if you can master this deck can take you really far. So I'm going to play a couple games with it, and we'll see how we do. Alright, so first game, and we get an instant mirror match, Zoe Lee Sin. So this will be interesting. I think I want to keep Eye of the Dragon and Mentor, and I think I want to kick the rest, but Sonic Wave could be pretty important if he plays Eye of the Dragon as well. But I don't think I'm ever doing that, right? I'm probably doing Eye of the Dragon into Mentor. Fortunately, he drew Zoe and I don't, so a little sad, not gonna lie. But again, I'm not really worried about draw states. I just need to try to play the best that I can. So attack, which is fine. Nothing I can do about that. Play Eye of the Dragon here. And see what he does. He probably plays Star Chart here. Or he does, he passes, okay. Interesting. So, options he has at 5 mana. He could stun my Mentor. But I think that's a really low... chance. Like, that doesn't really do anything, I don't think. So I don't see why he would do that. It's a possibility, though. I'm in Platinum, so I'm not at the... higher echelons of the ladder. I'm just gonna play Mentor here. I'm trying to think of like if there's a punish for this. I don't really think, and he plays that, which I mean basically means he's not gonna block, right? Because he's gonna want the Mentor buff on his turn, which is fine. I can deal with that. So I'm just gonna block here, I think. Yeah, this should be fine. So he gets a discount on the super cool Star Chart, which I'm fine with. I think I just Mentor again, right? Okay, I'm cool with this. Super cool Star Chart. So he could find Equinox here. He could find Crescent Strike. That seems like, oh, that's a Moonglow. Now, I can Nopeify that. Do I want to Nopeify anything else in his deck? Probably not. I think this is a pretty dead card. Besides like this, right? I feel like this is a pretty dead card. Other than this situation. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure all the 3 mana and up spells in this deck are... Pretty sure they're all burst speed. he's blocking that way. That's interesting. So I could stun that to keep my mentor alive, but I don't think I need to at this point. I mean, but I'm not really playing anything else. So, do I want to keep my mentor alive though? Probably not, right? I don't really care about that. I think this is fine. I get 3, and get another 3, but overdraw, so I only get 2, but that's fine. I don't need 6 gems in my hand. Okay. I'm gonna play Mountain Goat here. Play 1 gem. Which more do I need? Is there a reason for me to... I'll just do this. Get the 2 spells off, get a Dragonling just in case he plays anything. I am thinking about concussive palming next turn.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
On the Zoe to just stop damage. And stop the super cool star chart. And get a 3/2 blocker. I think this is fine. Okay, gem. Okay.
Breathe in.
Giving me the turn back. I open attack because I'm playing something that really doesn't do me much. Now, deny is highly possible. I can deny his... Because what I'm thinking, I don't know why I said deny is possible, because I didn't even say my initial thought. So, concussive palm is possible. He can then deny that after, because he has 8 mana. I only have 1 deny, so... I can deny his deny, but if he has a second... I mean, I can deny his concussive, but if he has a deny in hand as well, I can't stop that. He survives on 1 HP. Okay. Maybe I should have gone all in with the gems. But I feel like I'm in a really good spot right now, honestly. I feel like I'm in a really fine spot.
Even at war, you remain so calm.
Would panicking help, brother?
I'm just gonna heal here for the draw. That's not really what I want to see. Now I'm gonna just leave this off the board. So he's at 1 HP.
Return malevolence.
I can hush this turn and kill off his Zoe. And I think I do that, right? Is there any reason for me not to do this? Pull. What is he gonna pull? And resonating strike. Okay. So he got the Zoe level up, which can be pretty huge because that effect lasts all game. So that can be pretty huge. But I still kill the Zoe here, right? I still do this. He could have like Pale Cascade would puts it out of range of this. But I think that's fine. I'm gonna replay the Eye of the Dragon. I'm gonna get both of my Dragonlings back. Ooh, okay. Deep med. I guess he's looking for Pale to keep his Zoe alive. Doesn't find it. I think this is pretty much an unlosable position here. I play this.
You remain
Okay.
hold the world within.
Nice.
Reality is just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand, silly! Breathe in, breathe out.
I'm trying to think if there's any downside to doing this. I don't think so. I'm just gonna do this just because.
Your lesson begins.
-4. Okay, heals for 2. Draws. Spell Thieves. What spells have I played? I played a bunch of gems. I've played Clinkas of Palm, which he can use. I can deny that. He can. Oh, I play Guiding Touch as well, yeah. And he survives. And he plays another Deep Med. Okay. And he overdraws. Another Spell Thief.
Someone be so boring!
And he finds another Guiding Touch to keep himself alive in this game. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So he's gonna overdraw. Now I can find something to win me the game here. I don't, unfortunately. This wins me the game though, right? Yep. GG. And there you have it. So win the mirror matchup. Not bad. I feel like I played pretty okay that game.
Super fun, and I gotta say,
But mirror matchups always tend to be very draw dependent. So whoever draws better wins the game. But he did get Zoe before I did. I don't know. That was a really weird one. None of us had Lee Sin, or he didn't play it anyways, and I didn't have it at all. So I don't know. That game was pretty. That game was pretty interesting. So let's go into the next match. Alright, so match number 2, playing another mirror match. So I played this game a total of 10 times before this recording session, and I played no mirrors. And now I got back-to-back mirrors, which is kind of interesting. Pale Cascade is really good early game. I think I'm going to keep it. I don't think I really care for Deny in this matchup at all. If I draw into it, it's super good, but other than that, like, Nobifies and Denies are pretty dead in this matchup.
we each hold a world within.
So, my thought here is Sparklefly into Mentor is pretty good. I'm not sure if I want to do that though, because he has a free block on my Mentor with the Eye of the Dragon. I feel like Mountain Goat contests this pretty hard anyways. So I'm pretty fine with just playing Mountain Goat here. He's not going to want to attack, because he can't. I mean, I guess if he has Pale, he can. But I feel pretty fine even with that. Now I'm thinking, because I really want to play Mentor with Sparklefly or Zoe, if possible, right? So that can't be this turn. I think I play Zoe here.
Look at this reality! Look how sparkly!
I could be wrong, but... Okay. Now this is interesting. So I have a tendency to not play around cards, and the old me would definitely Pale Cascade Zoe here. But I think I need to play around that, right? Because if I Pale Cascade and he Pale Cascades, or he hushes, then Zoe just dies. So I think I just attack like this. And I think I have to be happy with that. Right? Yeah, I have to be happy with that. So the open Sparklefly prevents me from being able to gem it up, which tells me that he's playing around the gem so that I can't block 1-for-1, which tells me that he has Pale Cascade, I think. He has to, right? So I think I let this through. And I play Mentor here.
Looking into the future, I see purple.
I feel like that tells me he has Pale over a Hush, because even if I play the gem on Zoe, he can Hush it and it goes down to a 1/1, right? So that attack right there tells me that he has Pale Cascade. Now I could be wrong, but I'm just trying to, I guess, infer with the knowledge that I have. He didn't play anything. He didn't want to play anything. He just wanted to open attack. It could also be an open attack as a way of passing as well, which is pretty common with people who play decks like this. So I can Nopeify. He can Nopeify my Nopeify, but I think I'm okay with that. I have to be, right? Because, I mean, this is a really dead card. So if I don't play it here, I'm never playing it, right? So yeah, he Nopefies my Nopeify, which is fine. We expected that. That is not something that we weren't planning for, right?
The spirit gives to
Okay,
those
which
who
means he has the Dragonlings as well unlocked. So
breathe out.
now he only has 4 cards in hand, so that is a little better for us. Now I can play Lee Sin, but is Lee Sin doing anything here? I can get 1 spell off, which would give me Challenger, but I can't put Barrier on him. So is that worth it? I think I'd play him here, right? I don't think I don't play him here. I don't know if there's a combination of anything that really punishes this. I feel pretty fine with this, actually. Okay. I'm gonna do this because my plan here is to attack like this, right?
Patience is underrated.
And I think I'm fine with this. It only gives him 1 avenue to block. I can kill the Sparklefly that he put the Zenith Blade on. I think I'm okay with this. I was trying to think of if there's anything that punishes this. Pale Cascade. It would have to be triple Pale. And if he has triple Pale, I mean, I'm probably not winning this game. If my Lee Sin does happen to die here, I think it pretty much seals this game, but I feel like this is a free... I feel like this is a free attack, even if I can't get the barrier. Yeah, which tells me he doesn't have triple, so he's just drawing, and then he's gonna look to... Yeah, he's gonna look to... just lose the Sparkle Flag, because in the end it's not a win condition for him. But I still feel like it was a big enough card to me to want to kill it. So now he has a Zoe and I have a Zoe. He's gonna have two. No, he doesn't. He needs to play another spell. So he can play that Zenith Blade and get a third Zenith. But I think I'm fine with that. I think my game plan now is to just cast as much spells as possible. Because he is ahead of me on the Lee Sin level up, even though I have Lee Sin on board first. So...
What is gained when you return malevolence?
So he's got the Dragonlings online. I think Zoe is something that I do, if he plans on attacking with it, something that I do want to hush. But he's not going to attack, which is fine by me. Have fun with that. So I don't have a Nopify for a second Nopify. So I think I need to try to play around that, right? So I'm gonna start with an Eye of the Dragon and see what he does.
Our enemies would be foolish to underestimate you.
Nothing. So I'm gonna gem. Now I lose the Daybreak, which kind of sucks, but I'm trying to think if that really matters. But he's not playing anything, which tells me he has a bunch of spells in his hand, right? He's a Zoe's Trouble Bubble. Interesting. Okay. Which tells me he plans on using that, right? Because you're not going to use the Trouble Bubble without using the... Yeah. That's interesting. So I think even though I lose the Daybreak, I think I just want the Overwhelm, right? I just put it on my Lee Sin and I win the game. Right? Now he could have Deny, he could have Hush. Those are all possible options. I don't think I can afford to play around that, though. He most likely has a Deny in hand, right? So the kick's not gonna go through. But I do it anyways, right? Like if he has it, he has it, kind of thing. If he doesn't have it, he doesn't. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Oh, my Lee Sin's not leveled up. I totally forgot about that. I'm so stupid. It doesn't matter anyways. I mean, it does what it's supposed to, right? So, I forgot that I didn't have him leveled. One more spell. I need one more spell. Oof. I even hovered over the bubble. Why did I think that was gonna go through? Well, I play this. That's fine. Okay.
malevolence.
Open attack. I mean, why would I? No, why would I block like this, right? Yeah. Now I could have Pale, that's fine. Because I have Hush.
The dragon spirit awakens.
And I don't really have to really worry about using Hush on anything else, I don't think. Okay, Pale Cascade on the tail of the dragon, which is fine. I feel like this is a pretty unlosable situation here. No, it's not totally unlosable, right? But I feel pretty good right now. I feel pretty good. I don't think playing Zoe really matters here. I haven't played any spells yet, have I? No. Oh, I played one, but I'm not gonna play Concussive Palm. I'm just gonna play Zoe and see what happens. Now, shitty part is I don't have. Well, I didn't have a spell. Now I've got spell right here. I've got Paddle Star. Now if he has a Concussive Palm, he can Concussive Palm here, but it seems like he doesn't really care. So I'm just gonna do this. Now he could have a deny, which stops the kill, but I'm still in a pretty convincing position here. It's not unlosable by any means, but I feel pretty good. Now that could have been a waste of Zoe's or a Paddle Star. Now he has Lee Sin as well, but he doesn't have the Overwhelm, and his Lee Sin is a lot smaller than my Lee Sin, so I'm just gonna use the Paddle Star. And then we'll super cool star chart because I have nothing else to do this turn. And we'll get a Crescent Strike because more stuns are good. If he doesn't open attack with his Lee Sin, I just stun it.
What is gained
And
when you've heard malevolence?
I play next turn. So he's gonna open attack. Okay. Which means he's not gonna use Lee Sin at all this turn, which I'm fine with. So we're just gonna block like so. I'm fine with this. Yeah, I play Sparkle Fly, right, I think? Nice. Alright, let's just put this on Sparkle Fly. And we'll see if he has second. If he has second deny. He could have second deny, but I don't really think there's a hand here that survives this turn. It does have Bastion, so that is a thing. But even then, he's... Oh, he survives. Okay. His Lee Sin dies, though. If I Concussive Palm here... It eats up the thing, right? Yeah. So I can Concussive Palm, eat the Spell Shield. He can deny my Concussive Palm. And then I can Concussive Palm again. And then if he has Triple Deny in his deck, which I don't run Triple Deny, but if he does, then and has it in hand, then GG. But yeah, I think that was a pretty unlosable situation. So 2 mirror matches in a row, 2 wins. So let's get it. I misplayed slightly though. I probably could have got a kill a lot sooner if I hushed on that turn that I attacked when I thought my Lee Sin was leveled for some reason, which I don't know why I thought that. That could have been a one-turn kill, turn. But overall, I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about that game. So into the next match and probably final one of this recording session. All right, guys, final match, hopefully. Because these games have kind of gone on pretty long, so I don't know how long this recording session has been, but it's felt like it's been a pretty long session, so I'm probably going to cut it after this. Playing against MF Quinn Scouts, which is a really strong deck right now. I'm thinking about keeping Double Mountain Goat, but I'm not sure if I really want Double Mountain Goat. I don't think I even want 1 Mountain Goat, to be honest, but I kept it just in case. Things I'm thinking about are Fleet Feather Tracker and the Blinding Assault card that you can play on turn 2 with 2 spell mana. I think I'm fine to play Zoe here. I think I'm fine playing Zoe here, even though he can pull it on turn 3. I think I have to be fine with that. I think I have to be fine with that. I am going to play Eye of the Dragon here. I don't see a reason not to. And there's Blinding Assault as well, like I thought, which could mean that he has MF in hand. Because with MF he can kill both of these units with Challenger. So if he does, that's pretty unfortunate. There's MF. Trying to think if there's anything that can save me here. If I had 1 more mana, Crescent Strike would be pretty good. Maybe if I don't play Eye of the Dragon?
How's it going?
I think Equinox is pretty useless here, because it keeps one of my minions alive, but he's gonna kill the other one anyways. I don't know. Hard to say. I'm gonna take this. Oh no, I didn't. It took too long. I think I kind of just threw this here. It's unfortunate. This is fine. I kind of have to do this now. I could have silenced it, but I messed up. Took too long.
Fresh
lose my Eye of the Dragon as well. I take 3 damage in the process. Misfortune gets 2 towards her level up. This is pretty bad all around. I mean, I don't really see us winning this game after that. That was a pretty throw of me.
Dangerous waters.
I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty throw of me. I mean, double Mountain Goat doesn't do anything here, right? I think I just silenced this. Get the scout off. Man, that really sucks. Now I can silence the MF here, and it doesn't level up this turn.
The sights are fine. The smells, on the other hand.
I think I have to do that, right? I could Zenith Blade here to give my Mountain Goat a little more durability, so he survives the Quinn's Valor's first attack. But I'm taking a beating here. I stopped that for sure. I have to. But I think I just lose here, right?
Love ya.
I think I just lose here because I'm at 7 HP. Yeah, any combination of these. Really? I feel like he had the win there if he just attacks with everything, right? Huh.
Master yourself. Master your enemy.
I still don't think there's a way that I can come back here. Like, this game is pretty unwinnable. Which kind of sucks. And by kind of unwinnable, I mean it is unwinnable.
My lads, center your spear.
I'll be damned.
Yep, and that's GG. Really bad game for me. That was really... I kind of threw that pretty hard.
In the end, the dragon claims us all.
I should have just snap picked the silence. I think the silence was the best pick. And I kind of took too long. Huh. Interesting. That's kind of a bad game to leave off on, because I don't feel like I played well that game. Granted, that's a really hard matchup. We'll play another one. This would be the last game. I'm gonna keep that last one in just because, I mean, it kind of shows, right? I mean, I'm not perfect, and I still got a lot to improve on, but you know, I think it can benefit to kind of see someone's mistakes. I think when you watch somebody and they show their mistakes, it kind of gives you an idea of kind of what not to do. Clearly, obviously, taking too long and, you know, not being able to play the card you want is obviously something that you don't want to happen. I think Notify is pretty... I don't know. Notify could be good in this matchup. I feel like I keep this hand, right? Just get rid of one of the Zoes, maybe. I feel like seeing somebody's mistakes helps you kind of grow as a player. So hopefully with me leaving that in, maybe some of you will kind of learn from my mistakes. Right, and again, I'm not afraid to show that, you know, I am somebody who's going to make mistakes. I'm not the perfect player, but my goal here is to kind of get better at the game and kind of take you guys along for that ride, and hopefully, you know, you guys learn a little bit, and I learn a little bit as well as we go through these videos. So I'm just going to open attack here. I don't think there's any reason not to. No, I'm trying to think of what I want to do after. A pass is kind of suspicious. I will pass back. Because I want to leave up mana for Notify. Right? Now, he could have Frostbites. That's a possibility. And I can't Notify those, which this tells me Frostbites. I think I overwhelm on her. It won't prevent the Frostbite, but it will allow me to Pale Cascade. But he's allowing me to Pale Cascade anyways. Now, if he has Flash Freeze, Brittle Steel doesn't punish Pale, but Flash Freeze does. I still feel like I want to pop it anyways. If he has Flash Freeze, it's fine. It makes him waste it on a Eye of the Dragon, which is not a very big unit. So I feel like that's a pretty free Eye of the Dragon. I mean, pretty free Pale Cascade. I can't even speak right now. No. This being Noxus could have Culling Strike, which, if that's the case, I don't want to play Lee Sin yet, because he's not close to leveled. So I've already played one Zenith Blade. I don't really need to play another. I'm just going to play Mountain Goat here, I think. Avalanche. Okay, I could deny. Could he have second Avalanche? It's quite possible. Deny's a pretty dead card in this matchup too. I'm just gonna rip it, dude. I'm just gonna rip it. I don't think there's really any downside to ripping it there. And this makes my super cool star chart free, which is huge. I have Roasting Trapper. It's pretty standard in Freljord decks. Moonsilver could be huge for Lee Sin. I think I do it, right? I think I rip it? Hasn't seen a gem yet. Zoe hasn't seen a gem yet, so I will do this for Zoe level up. So, I'm 3 away from Zoe's level, and I've got the cards in hand to make that happen. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't help, but with him being so focused on Zoe, that frees up Lee Sin to play, right? I didn't play Moonsilver though, that's so stupid. Why didn't I play Moonsilver? I could have saved 1 mana. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna use this to... Just gonna use it for Zenith. It's another spell for as well. I rip Zenith here. And that puts me at 7 of 8. Reckoning. I rip Deny here. Which levels up my Lee Sin.
I fight with the dragon's fury.
Now, unfortunately, I can't kill the Sejuani. So I don't want to kick Sedge back, I think, right?
Enter your
I just kick this back. And I win. Yep. GG. What a game.
Ionia endures.
Indeed, Lee Sin, indeed. Alright guys, so that has been Lee Sin Zoe. Definitely try this deck out if you guys haven't tried this deck yet. It's been incredibly successful for me. Again, I'm not playing at the top of ladder yet. But even so, with it being such a hard deck to play, and I haven't played much of Lee Sin recently, the fact that I'm able to pick it up and go 11-3 with it, still making mistakes, still learning how to play this deck, I feel like that kind of shows how strong it is when you can win with the deck and like not play it to its full capabilities, which I think really speaks to how strong this deck actually is. Again, is it a tier 1 deck? I don't know, but I feel like in most matchups, if you can draw well, you can win the game. It's got some unfavorable matchups. I think you saw one with the Quinn MF Scouts deck. I think for the most part, you're going to be unfavored in that matchup, but I have won that matchup. You know, you just have to draw well and play well in order to win matchups like those. But against like FTR, against the Freljord Noxus deck we just played against, although my opponent played really weird, he was just kind of ripping things without thinking about denies or, you know, things that I could do in response, which I thought was a little weird. So my opponent definitely, again, not the top of the ladder, right? So he didn't play optimally as well. But even with that, I think this deck really shines. The later that you can go, the better this deck becomes, especially, you know, even against control decks with things like Deny. Really, really good against control decks. I think this would do pretty well into TF Gohard as well. I think I played a TF Gohard deck and won against that player. I've played the reverse matchup of TF Gohard into Lee Sin Zoe and lost. So I think against a lot of the top tier decks besides Quinn MF Scouts, I think this deck is positioned fairly well in the meta. And like I said, I've piloted this deck to some pretty good success at 11-3. I'm going to continue to play this deck. This will probably be the deck that I try to climb to Diamond with, and hopefully you guys will come along for that journey. So you're probably going to see a lot more Lee Sin Zoe from me in the coming days, because I kind of really want to see how far I can take this deck and how far this potential can go. And hopefully you guys are along for the ride. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any deck ideas that you want me to try out, please leave them in the comments below. I will be starting to stream as well. So I'll put a link to my Twitch in the description. So maybe if I go live, you can come check me out. Other than that, hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.